tell you that I do too. And when I catch myself, I pull myself out of that, and I use positive affirmations to remind myself that I have value, and that I have worth, and that I'm beautiful, and that I'm smart, and that I'm loving, and that I'm creative, and that I can do things, that I have the ability to bring something to the world from wherever that I am. There's something that I can do. So that's the value of positive affirmation. And I really want to get that deep inside you today because it makes change. There's a theory called TFAR, which is that your thoughts create your feelings, which create your actions, which create your results. So if our thoughts are, I can't do that, we won't apply for that job, we won't go after that thing that we want, we won't start that diet because we'll think that we can't, because then that creates a feeling in us of less than, and so our actions aren't the same and our results aren't what we want. But I'm here to tell you, and even promise you, that you are not the story that you tell yourself. You are not your story. You are the one who is telling your story. And therefore, you can change your story. You can change what you're telling yourself. And you can create a better life for yourself than the one that you have now. Because even as good as my life is, I'd like to take it to the next level and evolve and grow into the best creature that God made us to be. We're here for a purpose. Each one of you has value and purpose. If we were all going to be alike, He would have made us alike. There is something unique about you, something unique about you, and you, and you, something precious about every single solitary one of you that isn't true for everybody else. But what is true about all of us is that we're beautiful. And I can own that. I'm beautiful. Not more beautiful than you, but I'm beautiful. And you're beautiful. And you're beautiful. And you're beautiful. Hey, yes, look at it. I'm just kidding. And you're beautiful. And you're beautiful. I mean, as living souls, as beings, as creatures that God has put on this planet, look at how beautiful we are and how our bodies work. They get up every day and move us around to care for them babies. We got the ears to hear those babies. We are magical in and of ourselves, just the fact that we live and breathe and move through this earth. But we forget. One of my favorite positive affirmations, and when I tell you I have hundreds of these, I encourage you now to begin to collect positive affirmations. Why? What kind of world do we live in? Negative. We turn on the news and we are bombarded before we even get out of bed. Economy's bad, people are killing each other. We live in the most violent, poor county in the world. How many times do we hear that? That's not all of who we are. One of my favorite affirmations when I get scared or as I'm moving through this world, I love this one. In God I live and breathe and have my being. It just really centers me and puts me in a peaceful place. Another one that I use every morning when I get up and I look at myself in the mirror is this one. And this is going to sound crazy to you guys. But I actually brought my mirror and I'll tell you a little bit about my story in a minute. But I love to look myself squarely in the mirror. How many of you look at yourselves in the mirror? How many of you say kind things to yourself when you look in the mirror? I love it. Somebody said yes. Most of us will look in the mirror and we'll look past all the beautiful things about ourselves and we'll go to, oh, look at that big zit on my nose today of all days. Or why is my hair going to act up on this day of all days? We'll look past our really beautiful qualities and go on to the negative. But I encourage you to adopt a positive affirmation. Mine is, I look in the mirror in the morning and this is what I say. Good morning, Kim. I mean, I'm looking in my eyes like I'm crazy. And if somebody else saw me, they would think I'm crazy. But that's okay because it changes. I have come to learn at the age of 55, it affects the quality of my day. So I look at myself in the morning and say, good morning, Kim. You are wonderful and beautiful. And I love you. Sound crazy? But how does that feel when you hear that coming at you? It feels good. And then my next affirmation is, whatever you need to know will come to you. Whatever you need will be revealed to you. You can add a line that God is in His heavens and all is well. Whatever that next thing is to you that sets you in a good space, do that for yourself. Like I said, you are not the story. You are the person who's telling the story. So create for yourself a really good story. A really good story. I am a life coach. I've been doing this work for, it's kind of one of those things